Oh my gosh, things have been so crazy. It has been wild. But we're here. Whew. What have I been up to? Totally. I went on vacation to Leavenworth and it was incredible. I really enjoyed the time there. We spent an entire week in Leavenworth and we absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. And then after that, it was my birthday. We ended up extending our vacation and we went up to Seattle to go see my family and my husband's family and just kind of like laid low for a while. And then after that, obviously it was the 4th of July holidays and we also had family come and stay with us at the house. So, it was just a lot of stuff that was all kind of jumbled into one point of life, I guess. And I'm sure, as many people could probably assume, like that can sometimes be pretty stressful when you're going on vacation, seeing family, and don't really have a lot of time to yourself. And so I ended up getting really sick. I am now recovering from mastitis. So for anybody who has breastfed or is currently breastfeeding, you know that mastitis really, really sucks. It's so painful. And I just felt so sick. I had fever and chills and like no appetite for a couple of days. So luckily I'm now on the other side of that and I have been continuing my nutrition. I do think that part of the reason why I got sick was because, as we all know, like when family visits, they want to eat out and do stuff that like you don't normally do on a daily basis. And so I was eating like more of like the fast food style on a more regular basis than my body is like really ever been used to, and it really just, my body didn't really appreciate that very much. So like I said, we're on the other side of it, which is fantastic. But in better news, I'm really excited because I finally decided what shows I'm competing in. I don't really want to share right now what states I'm competing in, but I'm competing in 2025. And instead of competing in one show, I'm competing in two. So I'm very excited for that, to see kind of what the outcome is. And I've planned it out so that my second show, my daughter is going to be just over a year old, which is going to be fantastic. And then my first show, my daughter is going to be around 9 months, I think. And so I'm giving myself the space to like make sure that I am able to breastfeed for as long as I would like to. And I'm also prioritizing having a very slow cut for my shows so that I can maintain my breast milk throughout my competition as well. So it's like my last competition. I really wanted to show women that like you can compete and do well and keep your menstrual cycle. And with this competition, I want to see if it's possible to compete and maintain your milk supply. So regardless of the outcome, my daughter will have been breastfed for over 6 months at that point. I really had a goal of, meeting a year breastfeeding, but I also committed myself to this a long, long time ago, like even before I got pregnant with my daughter. And so I'm holding space for myself to be able to fulfill that goal as well. So regardless, she's going to be well fed and she's going to be loved, and that's really all that matters. My training has been pretty consistent. It has been tough posting, to be honest, and this sounds so like just ridiculous that I'm even saying this, but my gym is like a community-based like family gym, and so they do not allow recording in the gym, which I totally get. Like some people don't want to be in the space of other people that are recording, Uh, so I haven't been able to record my workouts there, and it's really tough to like record a workout when it's like 105 degrees outside, because I can't really think of a person that really wants to work out and get super sweaty and hot when it's already 105 degrees. That doesn't really sound very pleasant to me at all. Um, my biggest purpose is like I want to be able to look back on these and like just recognize the change that happened over time as I step on stage next year. The reason being is because like when you compete in bodybuilding competitions, you're obviously looking at yourself in the mirror every single day, and sometimes it's so challenging to like see that you've actually changed so much. So I remember like stepping on stage in 2022, which seems like such a long time ago now. And I was like feeling really insecure backstage. Obviously, I think doesn't even necessarily have to be women, but like everybody at some point compares themselves, and I kind of got into that space, and I'm gonna try really hard not to get in that space in 2025. But I just kind of got into my own head, I guess, and now like I'm 3 months postpartum. Obviously my body is different and I'm going through a phase, and I love the phase that I'm in. I don't feel guilty about the phase I'm in at all. But like I look back on those photos when I competed in 2022, and holy shit, I looked so good. And I just like, I did not hold the space for myself to like be really proud of the fact that I had that body in 2022, and I achieved it while maintaining my menstrual cycle, and I also achieved it while maintaining my calories over 2,000. So kudos to me. I think that's fantastic. But I guess that like goes right into my next topic, and I feel like I've gotten a little bit of flack from people because I eat almost 3,000 calories right now. I mean, obviously I'm breastfeeding and I want to maintain my milk supply, so that's like a huge motivation right there. But like the nice thing about having your calories that are higher and you're able to like eat more is when you go into a deficit, your deficit isn't like an extreme deficit, and that's something that I think is really valuable. So I'm starting off at 3,000 calories. I'm gonna be at 3,000 calories, or I should say 2,750 calories let's see, I'm going to be tapering down in like October, November to begin my prep. So I'm planning on maintaining a good level of calories again, and we'll see. I will be able to report after the show in 2025 if I was able to maintain my milk supply, and that is a goal of mine. I think that would be wonderful and awesome, and something that I don't think a lot of people can say that they did. So hopefully that separates me from other people. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, and enjoying life. I'm not focused heavily on my macros. Obviously I want to hit my calorie limit, but like I don't care if I go over my calories right now. My main thing that I'm like making sure I hit every single day is my proteins. So I'm eating between 160 and 176 grams of protein a day, and I am being very serious about wanting to meet that as often as possible, because it's just like the building block for muscle. So I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you're enjoying the summer. That's just a little update about where my life has been, and I will be sharing some other diary entries with you and sharing a little bit of my workouts, especially as I get this new gym membership. So I appreciate those of you who have stuck along while I have been radio silent for a little while, and I'm going to do my best to continue this, and I really just need to be in the right headspace of making sure that I'm doing this for myself and not for anybody else. So see you guys later.